The long-distance call? Love never needed a line? This is the Twilight Zone, Season 2, Episode 22. Long-distance call? It's not a Rod Serling original, but it's one of the most haunting, symbolic stories in the entire series. A 5-year-old boy named Billy, a grandmother who won't let go, and a red toy telephone that becomes a bridge between life and death. Serling's narration opens with a house hovered over by Mr. Death. That's not a character. That's a belief. The omnipresent player is guilt itself. The quiet conviction that love can leave and something real can die. Grandma Bales gives Billy that red toy phone. She tells him, "Now you can always talk to Grandma." But what she's really saying is, "Now you can always hold on." That's the ego's idea of communication, keeping connection alive through form. To the spirit, communication is mind to mind. To the ego, it's mouth to ear, body to body, signal to signal. That's why the phone becomes the central idol, the false savior that promises comfort through control. Sylvia, the mother, watches this closeness with fear. She's jealous, not of Grandma's love, but of Billy's innocence. He still hears what she's forgotten. He still listens beyond the body. When he says he's talking to Grandma after she's died, Sylvia calls it imagination. That's what the world does to spiritual sight. It calls it delusion. And so Billy learns shame. He hides the voice. He says nobody when asked who he's talking to. That's the birth of separation, the moment when communication turns into privacy. Grandma's voice on the phone isn't evil. It's attachment disguised as love. She says, "Come to me, Billy, I'm lonely." That's the ego's cry. Love me or I'll die. It's not love at all. It's guilt begging for company. When she says, "We'll go away, just you and me," she's offering the same deal the ego offers every mind. "Join me in death so we'll never be apart." That's the core of special love. The mother panics. She snatches the phone, breaks it, and hears the voice herself. And for a moment she realizes it's not a game. The voice is real, but it's real in her mind, not in the machine. The phone, like the body, is neutral. It carries whatever purpose the mind assigns to it. When it's used for guilt, it becomes a death line. When it's used for love, it becomes a lifeline. Billy isn't afraid to die because he doesn't yet believe in it. He runs into the street. He dives into the pool, not because he's suicidal, but because he still believes love calls him and he obeys. Every incarnation is that same motion, the mind throwing itself back into the pool of time to find what it thinks it lost. Then comes the father, Chris. He doesn't understand metaphysics, but he does understand love. He picks up the phone and says, "Mother, if you really love Billy, give him back." That's the turning point. Because for the first time, love stops asking and starts giving. The same form that symbolized death becomes the symbol of life. The toy phone becomes holy because its purpose is changed. And that's forgiveness. Not the denial of communication, but the purification of its intent. Billy revives not because Grandma lets him go, but because the belief in separation collapses. The miracle happens not in the body, but in the mind. Serling closes by saying, "A toy telephone, an act of faith, a set of improbable circumstances." He calls it a facet of light in a dark after region. And that's exactly what it is. The light was never gone. The line was never disconnected. Only the belief in distance made the call seem long. Grandma wasn't calling from the grave. She was calling from the dream. And through forgiveness, Billy hung up, not on her, but on the illusion. Because love never needed a line.